Hi, my name is Eric Kregel, and I made this video for any of you that would like to know a little behind why I decided to create Lights of Cursora. So, to start, I think I should explain it in this way. While I was spending most of my free time adventuring around in the woods, where I grew up was where my adventure began in my life, with not only my relatives, but also some friends that I came across during my travels in my life as well. Um, many of the adventures that I went on were filled with opposing conflicts, from rivaling sides and journeys through other realms. We all find ourselves still traveling in amongst a virtual world even still today. But the time I was not outside roaming around, gathering more of what I used to call battle gear or material from all around the areas I traveled to, from where I lived in the country and outskirting areas of the town areas that I visited from time to time, I created small adventures starting in early grade school from the paper tablets that were supposed to be for school notes, to be honest with you. Uh, there was always extra, so might as well. But starting from then, I tried to create an imaginative realm that involved hideouts, unique creatures, strange ways of traveling, even relationships that didn't quite make it at those times too. Uh, I mean, like, heck, I don't know about anybody else that ever did anything like that, but yeah, even my older relationships used to be involved. But as I got older, I furthered my understanding from those days as virtual reality was first mentioned, where I built upon the ideas I had from the past to things more intricate by learning more of survival skills, techniques, and even some tactics from some of my dad's books, along with which were scouting and camping books. It's it's the only thing that I called them, or and whatnot. They had unique names, but it was from a whole bunch of uh, books that I used to collect, and strangely enough, even some advice that my mother used to even give me from her days while growing up. Um, that, of course, got boring after a while, though, since most of it dealt with traps along with natural plant foods, and plants that were dangerous to be around, along with most of them not requiring cooking. As I continued to test things out, though, through trial and error and other methods by myself, um, most of my life contained that focus. Honestly, I mean, as I did that, I just grew my understanding of it more, and most of that ended when I was ending high school. Honestly, it's all I did. Uh, there, there wasn't anything else to really do. But at the end of high school, that's when I took my knowledge, my notes, and my personal understanding of everything, and the work that I was working on, that I found, and I started to employ real world tactics and my own perspectives, along with basic concepts that drive our societies today. Within the virtual worlds that I found that my ideas worked in, honestly. Other than other than employing some of those tactics in my actual physical experiences and some of my role play experiences out in the actual physical world too. But that's when I actually found out and started noticing that other people might actually enjoy my perspective on a imaginative adventure, honestly. Um, so that's why after that, when I hit my 20s, I began to compile most of the information to form what you see today, with a concept from an approach that I too enjoyed while role playing and journeying within the physical and virtual realms. but within reason, at least, because most of the virtual realms out there don't allow you to do everything that I was looking to do, honestly. But most of that with being martial combat or medieval conflicts within their traumatic environment filled with real magic, tales, and most of all, outpost conflicts. But more on an emphasis on actual magic and the traumatic environment that's around them. But taking that time before I hit my early 30s was probably the most important time and situations that I ever came across. Since most of that time you'll never get back. I know I won't. So, other than that, anyways, other than that, that's when I started compiling everything and actually working towards putting something that was constructive together by taking more understanding into what I actually have been experiencing within my role plays, which then that took me to my early 30s, which was probably the first time that I actually decided to sit down and begin to create a actual outline or a foundation to what I particularly wanted to do for my life. Because most of my time while I was growing up, I've been in search of trying to figure out how exactly to do that without being pushed around or shoved into a spot that I didn't want to be in, and then burn a whole bunch of bridges on the way. I mean, burning bridges is bad. Really don't want to do that. But anyways, other than putting out advice, I was working just another factory job, and that's when I started constructing it every day after work. I sat down and just started making notes and outlines and start building it. And that's how Lights of Cursora came to be. And while I was contouring it to be something that others could also enjoy playing within, or with even, I took myself into consideration, and along with my peers that I had while growing up and throughout my life. My plans involved bringing an adventure not only virtually one day, but also physically, so then everyone can then bring the adventure with them, no matter where they go, so then every situation can be an adventure. Because honestly, from what I've experienced while growing up, that's the one thing that everybody is missing. They're missing out on the adventure. Most of them don't even understand what kind of adventure they're having. A lot of people just seem lost. So I decided to get out there and start helping them in my own way. By experiencing the adventure is not only something that I wanted to bring others to, but also is something that I wanted to bring to the world, to the physical world, by showing it through the eyes of another, and the minds of others as well, such as my own, and possibly even people that roam in that realm and universe called Cursora. But my goal as the creator of the realm is to bring every seeker out there looking for an adventure filled with ghosts, undead, creatures, unknown planets, exploration, new civilizations, even rebuilding and building of societies and colonization of them, but most of all into a perspective. But most of all, I want to bring people into a perspective that could even become what was, or may even be, one of the best adventures they ever would even be on, or could be on. But other than that, while giving them the ability to not only create a self-image within an imaginative ideal is something that is not only something that took a lot of time, but also a great deal of understanding to be able to provide that type of approach for others that may also enjoy it. And also to be able to give them the ability to do that as well. That involves the tools at their disposal, and not only the ability to perceive, but also a way to imaginatively travel there, and enjoy an adventure, like one day virtually, and also physically, through by not only with not only themselves but also many others, and possibly even their own peers. But yeah, that's the whole reason. Other than that, though, with nothing more to be said about it, the items you can find throughout many of my shop tables throughout the web is not only filled with tools to do just that, but of what I mentioned, but also to help others immerse themselves into possibly an adventure of their own, or even another from Cursora within the Lights of Cursora realm. But again, that's about it. But yes, thank you for listening, and I just wanted to say safe driving to all you journeyers out there as well, and to all you travelers.